Alright, this video will be talking about cube roots with variables instead of square roots with variables. So in this box right here, go ahead and as a review from last week, write the perfect cube roots from 1 to 5. So 1 squared is 1 cubed is 1, 2 cubed is 8, all the way up to 5 cubed. So go ahead and pause this video and finish that, please. Alright, very good. Your table should look something like mine. So if I were to take the cube root of x to the third power, that is saying some number times some number times some number is going to give me x cubed. Well, if they all have to be the same thing, the only answer that I could have is x. So the cube root of x cubed is just x. Okay, let's say I was doing the cube root of x to the 6th power. Again, they all have to be the same number, so what number times what number times what number is going to give you x to the 6th power? X squared times x squared. So the cube root of x to the 6th power would be x squared. We might be starting to notice a pattern similar to the square root one, but let's do one more. So the cube root of x to the 9th power is going to be what? Make a guess. And then let's kind of think about it. So something times something times something gives me x to the 9th power. They all have to be the same. So x to the third, x to the third, and x to the third. Because when I add my exponents, 3 plus 3 plus 3, that's going to give me 9. So the cube root of x to the 9th power is x to the third. So if we notice here, if I take 3 and I divide that by 3, I'm going to end up with x to the 1st power. Okay, similar. I've got 6 divided by 3 is going to end up with my 2. I have my 9 divided by 3, I end up with 3. When we are taking the cube root of variables, in order to take out perfect cube roots, my exponents must be divisible by 3. Real important. So now let's go ahead and look at one that is not divisible by 3. So let's say we have something like the cube root of x to the 7th power. Well, can I take 7 and divide it by 3 and get a perfect number? No. So same thing like we did when we had square roots. I need to split up x to the 7th power. So split up if not divisible by 3. In order to simplify. So I can take x to the 6th, because I know x to the 6th is divisible by 3, but what do I have to multiply x to the 6th by in order to get x to the 7th? Just x, right? Because 6 plus 1 gives me that 7. So now I can go ahead and simplify the cube root of x to the 6th power. When I simplify the cube root of x to the 6th, I take 6 and I divide that by 3 to get x to the 2nd power. However, I still have an x left over. So my final answer would be x squared times the cube root of x. Alright, let's try one more. This time you pause the video, see if you can figure it out, and then unpause it and see if you are correct. Okay, so let's go ahead and try cube root of, let's do x to the 17th power. Okay, so again, we're going to have to split it up because 17 is not divisible by 3. However, what is divisible by 3, that's closest to 17, x to the 15th, well, x to the 15th times x to what power is going to give me x to the 17th? X squared. Okay, so now we got to simplify x to the 15th power. The cube root of that is going to give me x to the 5th, because 15 divided by 3 gives me 5. And then I cannot do anything with my x squared, so I'm going to be left with the cube root of x squared. So this would be my final answer. Okay? Now we're going to go ahead and do 3 problems together. Go ahead and watch as many or as little as you need to in order to do your homework. First problem that we are going to do. The cube root of 27 x to the 6th y to the 21st. So my suggestion is to always split up your numericals and your variables so you can deal with each of those individually. Okay, can I take the cube root of 27? Was that on my list that you wrote on the left-hand side of your paper? Yeah, it was. So what is the cube root of 27? That will give me 3. Okay, and now, are both of my exponents here divisible by 3? Can both of those numbers be divided by 3? In this case, yes, they can. So I can go straight to my simplified answer. So 6 divided by 3 will give me x squared. And then 21 divided by 3 will give me y to the 7th. So my final answer would be 3x squared y to the 7th power. Second problem. I've got the cube root of p to the 9th, q to the 7th, and r to the 5th power. Okay, when I'm looking at my exponents again, check to see, are they divisible by 3? Well, let's look. P to the 9th. P to the 9th is divisible by 3. P to the 7th, however, is not. And r to the 5th is not. So the only one that I can simplify right away is going to be that p to the 9th. So let's go ahead and rewrite this and split it up so that I do have things that are divisible by 3. So my biggest number that's closest to 7, that's going to be divisible by 3, is going to be 6. P to the 6th times, q. Q to the 6th times what value, q to what power, gives me q to the 7th, q to the 1st. And then my last part here, r to the 5th power, what's the closest number to 5 that is divisible by 3? R cubed. And r cubed times r to what power is going to give me r to the 5th. I should be thinking r squared. Okay? So now I can go back in and I can simplify my variables that have an exponent that is divisible by 3. So p to the 9th, q to the 6th, and r to the 3rd power are all divisible by 3. So when I take 9 divided by 3, I will get 3, so I'll have p cubed. Remember, when you take them out of the radical there, you're making them a changed man. They're getting out of jail. P to the 6th divided by q again. I keep saying p. 6 divided by 2, 6 divided by 3, my bad, will give you 2. So q squared. Can't do anything with that q. I've got r to the 3rd, so 3 divided by 3 will give me r to the 1st power. And then I will be left over with my q and r squared. So q times r squared. And that's your final answer. I've got one more for you. Let's see, I've got 8 times the cube root of 32 x to the 13th and y to the 4th power. Okay, so let's go ahead and split it up into numerical and variables. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the cube root of 32 here. What is the biggest perfect cube that goes into 32? Looking at your table there, you should see 8 goes into 32. 8 times 4 gives me 32. So I can go ahead and simplify the cube root of 8. That is going to give me 2 times the cube root of 4. I cannot simplify the cube root of 4, so that would be my final answer for the cube root of 32. Now I got to go back up here and simplify the cube root of x to the 13th, y to the 4th. Okay, so I need to split it up. X to the 13th, what is the biggest number that's closest to 13 that is divisible by 3? X to the 12th. X to the 12th times what gives me x to the 13th? X. And then y, I need to split that one up. The biggest number that is closest to 4 that is divisible by 3 will be y to the 3rd power. And y to the 3rd power times just y will give me that y to the 4th. Okay, so now I can go ahead and simplify my variable portion of it. So I'm looking at my variables that are divisible by 3, that have an exponent divisible by 3. So x to the 12th is divisible by 3. And then my variable y to the 3rd, 3 is divisible by 3. So let's go ahead and simplify this. 12 divided by 3 will give me x to the 4th. And 3 divided by 3 will give me x to the 1st power. And then my leftovers, I've got x and y still. So I'm going to have cube root of x and y left over. So let's go ahead and write down our answer. I'm combining all these together because we're multiplying all of that. So I'm going to have 2x to the 4th. Oh, I wrote that wrong. This should be a y, huh? Y to the 1st times my cube root of 4xy. All I did was I combined all of my answers from this step in order with my numbers that aren't in the radical and my numbers that are in the radical. However, some of you should be thinking, oh, you're missing something, and it's that 8 that's up here, right? That 8 is still being multiplied by that whole radical that we just simplified, so I still need to bring that down to my final answer. So 8 times 2 is going to give me 16, so 16x to the 4th, y to the 1st, times the cube root of 4xy. And that would be my final answer. Alright, thanks for listening. Stay radical.